What's good, peeps? Thanks always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. I've got Umar Ahmed from IFL TV on his way around in a few minutes. It'd be good to talk boxing with him. Obviously, he is a massive part now of IFL TV, the biggest boxing channel on YouTube, right? I think. I'm sure they are. They've got like something like 500,000 subscribers. Is it them or is it Fight Hype or Fight Hub? But yeah, they're up there, aren't they? They're definitely in the top three. So it'd be good to hear what he has to say. I will ask him some tough questions as to why he seems to stir shit up a lot. He does stir. So it'd be good to hear his take on boxing nonetheless. All right, let's talk Canelo versus Kovalev. They had their first face-to-face yesterday. And bloody hell, there's a size difference. I know people will say obviously, but I didn't expect it to be that much, right? Canelo is definitely thick, right? He's short and thick, but Kovalev looks quite fucking thick as well. And obviously about 4 or 5 inches taller. So yeah, interesting fight. What I did find out yesterday as well, and I probably should have known this, is that they are going to go head to head. So Canelo versus Kovalev is pretty much going head to head with Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz for the bad motherfucking title or something, the BMF title, whatever they're calling it. If I only could watch one, but I do think you can watch both because of different time zones. Masvidal versus Diaz is in New York. Kovalev Canelo is in Las Vegas, I think. But if I had to choose just one, then all my eyeballs, and I'm a boxing person, but all my eyeballs are on Diaz versus Masvidal all day long. So I do wonder if that might eat into the signups for DAZN, right? A lot of signups, a lot of these kind of pay-per-view sign-up events are on impulse. A lot of people don't book it the week or 2 weeks before. They kind of just fucking press the red button or however it is on the day. So if people are going to choose to buy one on impulse, and they're a casual fan, so not a hardcore boxing fan, not a hardcore MMA fan, but kind of down the line fight fan, then I think they're going to go Masvidal Diaz. I really do, because I think the UFC promotional machine is just bigger and better than DAZN's. I mean, again, we're talking about Diaz Masvidal here. I will bring it back to Canelo Kovalev. But I don't know if you guys saw the press conference for Diaz versus Masvidal. I mean, they had it with the fucking, I don't know what bridge that was in the background, but even in like the fight poster, they had like Masvidal versus Diaz, almost like those CDs you buy which say parental advisory. It was like a parental advisory sticker. Little things like that. Little things like that when it comes to promotion I like. So I think they're going to promote this so much better than Kovalev Canelo. I think boxing promotion is just so dead and boring and just the same, right? I mean, I still don't understand why they don't let fans come in when it's a press conference. I mean, Diaz versus Masvidal, they let the fucking fans in and the atmosphere just looked crazy on YouTube. Canelo Kovalev, same old fucking journos, same old questions, same old crap. Anyway, let's talk about this fight for a second. Golden Boy or Oscar De La Hoya put a hashtag saying Kovalev Canelo, hashtag super fight. And it got me thinking, is it a super fight? Yes or no? Simple answer in the comments. Is Canelo versus Kovalev a super fight? It should be a super fight, but it doesn't, I don't think of it as a super fight. It should be. Canelo, 160-pound champion, jumping up a couple of weight classes to fight Kovalev, WBO light heavyweight champion. That should be a super fight. But it doesn't feel like a super fight. Doesn't feel like one at all. Normally, in a super fight, you're kind of torn as to who you think is going to win, right? It's almost like, at worst, 60-40. I think if you ask 100 people who they think is going to win this fight, I think a few would say Kovalev, but I think it would be something like 90-10 or 85-15. Is that a super fight? Don't know if that's a super fight. The jump in weight classes, right? Trying to beat a guy that is no worse than I think number 3 or number 4 at light heavyweight. I mean, that's right. That's kind of what a super fight is. But I can't call it a super fight when there's such a big favorite. And there is such a big favorite. And the big favorite is the guy coming up in weight. I mean, if the big favorite was Kovalev, then you could maybe make an argument and say this kind of is a super fight, right? You got the smaller guy challenging the bigger guy. But when the big favorite is the lighter guy, I don't know if it's a super fight, people. I don't know. I don't know if in my head, I'm still thinking of round 8, right? Round 8 Kovalev yard, where literally Kovalev is, I would say, a punch away from it being stopped. In fact, I've actually seen fights. I don't think the fight should have been stopped, by the way, but I've seen fights where the referee has stopped it, right? I mean, look at something like Groves Froch, right? I know that was controversial, but I mean, fucking hell. I mean, Kovalev took more clean right hands than Groves did. The referee stopped that one. So I don't know. In my head, I'm thinking Kovalev is pretty much washed up. No disrespect, I still like him, but not the Kovalev we know, put it that way. And this is almost like his pension, right? That's the way it feels. It doesn't feel like we really believe Kovalev is going to beat Canelo. And that's why in my head, it isn't a super fight. Again, it should be. When a guy jumps like this, it really should be. I mean, Hopkins jumping to Tarver is one that springs to mind. That wasn't really classed as a super fight, obviously, because Hopkins had lost his belts to Jermaine Taylor, and it was supposed to be Hopkins' last fight, but that had something a bit more than this, right? A bit more than this. This doesn't have a super fight feel to me. So for me, it's not a super fight. What do you guys think? Am I wrong? Again, I have said that I think Kovalev will put up a better performance than a lot of people think he can, but that still doesn't make it a super fight for me. So nope, not having the hashtag. I'll accept the hashtag Canelo, Kovalev, whatever, but I can't accept Canelo, Kovalev, hashtag super fight. I can't. Peace.